محمد وين هو يا رسول الله محمد لين يا نبي.
Every person has a central quality or characteristic that is essential to who they are. They might have many attributes and many characteristics, but there is one or two that every other characteristic revolves around. So for example, if I call someone a person of knowledge, this person is a alim, it's a person of knowledge. It doesn't mean that the only quality they have, that the only characteristic that this person has is knowledge. They may have many other characteristics, but I call them a person of knowledge, a alim, because that is the main characteristic of the person, the main quality that all the other qualities revolve around. So when I come to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi, this perfect human being, al-insan al-kamil, the perfect individual, this person who has most perfectly manifested the divine names of God on earth. And I ask, what is Prophet Muhammad's main quality and characteristic in this bodily form, in the historic context? Rasulullah, what is the main characteristic that all of your other characteristics revolve around? The answer is that he is al-qa'id. He is the leader. This is the main characteristic of the Prophet, that all the other qualities revolve around, that he is born and bred to be a leader. So what do I mean by qa'id? What do I mean by leader? Because I don't mean what you may think I mean, as in a president or a principal or the head of a team. No, that's not the kind of leader that I mean. I mean his leadership qualities led to something else. He was a leader in a way in which he would look around him at individuals and at communities, societies, and even civilizations. And he would analyze their strengths and their weaknesses. And he would help them to employ their strengths, to better do away with their weaknesses so that they could reach their potential. He was this kind of leader, one of vision and basira and foresight. He was someone who could aid those around him to deal with them in a way that a leader deals. A leader who is a servant to the people. One who is able to extract the strengths and bring you to your ultimate potential. That's why he would act with each individual or community in its own specific way, with wisdom and hikmah, because his leadership allowed him to. So sometimes he would be asked the very same question by two different people, and he would give two different answers, because لِكُلِّ مَقَامٍ مَقَالٍ. Every station has its own time to say a certain answer. There's a certain answer for every time and a certain answer for every place. And the Prophet would tell us, خَاطِبَ النَّاسِ عَلَى قَدْرِ عُقُولِهِمْ. Speak to people based on their level, on their intellects. Don't speak to everyone based on your own language. Speak to them based on their language. How does this person understand? What are this person's strengths? What are this person's weaknesses? What is this community's strengths? What are this community's weaknesses? How can I most take advantage of their strengths to allow them to reach their potential? That's what the leader does. The Prophet Muhammad was someone who, even when it came to the most despicable of people, he would still try to bring their strengths out. He would turn his whole body towards someone when listening to them. He would really make people feel heard. Even Abu Sufyan himself would feel like the Prophet liked him. Someone who tried to kill the Prophet so many times because of the respect the Prophet gave to everyone, and even tried to bring out the strengths of someone like Abu Sufyan. When he had caught him on the Fatah of Mecca, he still tried to preach to him. He still tried to find some little form of light in his heart to bring it out for him. So Rasulullah looked around him and dealt with everyone in this way. He dealt with strength when he needed to, and with mercy when he needed to, but always dealing with everyone as a leader.